Good morning, it's me, Carol Harmer, again from Charmer Trading. This is my weekly view video on, I'm going to do two markets today because I think like you lot, the euro is making me lose the will to live. I do videos on quite a few today, so if anybody wants a video just to take a trial, please try and find me at carolharmer29@gmail.com. I'll send it over to you. So, today we're going to look at euro and sterling, okay? Lovingly known as cable, some people call it British pound, but whatever it is, we're going to look at it. We're going to start off with the monthly euro chart, where it's, I'll let you see. Right, so we have the monthly euro chart. You can see that it's not looking healthy. Now, so far this month we've had a down month. In June, we actually managed, May, March, all of them, April, we actually managed to stay above this monthly trend line. Now, can we continue to do it? Well, if you look at the monthly indicators on euro, it's not looking that brilliant, but I'm sure, these are slow moving. So you can imagine from the move down from 125, really we've been overcooked on the downside for quite some time. So although the indicators are pointing lower, we are finding support under the market, and this is a really important thing. I never say never. I never say never on anything, really. The euro can go up, can go down, and you know, it's people's interpretations of what they see and what they hear. It really is only if the euro breaks 1105, 1100, 1080, that it's going to be in trouble. But at the moment, we're okay. We're holding on to support, clinging by our little fingertips, and I can't see any reason really why 1107 would break. But let's just show you something that I think is quite interesting. When we topped up here to the base, look, that retracement was at the 38.2. Now, there are people that say, oh, we don't believe in Fibonacci retracements. Well, that's okay, I don't mind, but they work. As long as you know where to put them, they work. And it doesn't matter what time frame you're looking at, they work in any time frame, okay? Any time frame. So, but what you have to understand is the scenario with the different time frames. You're going to get more of the move if you look at the longer term charts than what you do if you look at the weekly or the daily, and don't even get me started on the 5-minute chart. That is not trading, that is gambling, that is scalping. And I don't think that any retail trader really should be scalping the market as they do. Now, I understand that most of the retail market have jobs and they're not professional traders like myself and many others like me. But when you get home from work and you haven't seen what the market's doing and you don't know the main trends, the primary, secondary, minor, you're just looking at a 5-minute chart because you've just walked in from a hard day's work and you think, oh, that looks bid, buy it. No, you've got to put the groundwork in to actually make a success of trading. If it was that easy, I would not do it for 14 hours a day, would I? Really? I mean, I've got my group. I mean, I personally wouldn't have to work 14 hours a day, but I have my group who I guide through the minefield that is the retail market, the trades. I give them trade calls. We have a lot. We do a lot on the group. But don't, if you want to trade short term, you're looking at an hourly chart. I think it's the maximum you can go down to. If it's really, really quite boring, a 15-minute chart. But lower than that, all you're doing is trading the noise. And you don't want to trade the noise. It's not profitable. It never has been. And it never will be. And this is why 80% of retail traders lose money. Because they're not taught how to trade. So my project is I'm going to cut up my course into 30-minute segments, and I'm going to do it webinar style, because I think the message has to get out of how to trade, all right? And that way we won't have 80% of you blowing up your accounts. So now I'm going to look at the daily chart and see if we can see anything really exciting in the euro, and then I'll go on to look at sterling. And remember, markets correlate. They do it very, very well, but they correlate a lot. Now, you cannot trade outright euro without knowing what the dollar index is doing, because the dollar index can sometimes really lead the way. So, at the moment, dollar index is trading at 96.84. I've done the dollar index video. For any of you that are interested, you can contact me and I'll fly it over to you. Now, daily euro, you can see the mess, okay? It's just a mess. but we've gone up, come down, gone up, and we could be making a continuation head and shoulder pattern, which is, they do occur, head and shoulder patterns do occur within a trend, and the trend in the euro obviously is down. Okay, now in saying that, you've got to get below all this first, and more importantly, you've got to break here. That's it. If you can't break down through 110.80, the euro will get strong, will get weaker, stronger. Oh God, it's early. If you can't break down through 10.80, the euro will get stronger. So just be aware that we're in this messy little range, all right? And we've been in this messy little range for 2 weeks now. So at some stage, you can see our indicators, they don't know where we're going. So at some stage, this is going to break. Looking at the monthly, it looks like it's going to break to the top side. Looking at the weekly, who knows? Looking at the daily, I can't ignore this pattern here, but I can't ignore this either. So it's all about the levels and being able to understand what you're doing at the time. You know, you don't want to go rushing in, selling here, obviously, when every other euro big trader in the outside world is buying it. Okay, now I'm going to pop you over to another chart. I'm going to look at sterling briefly. Now sterling is not loved at the moment. Okay, I know we hear all this about Brexit and boredom, but you know, our well, not my economy, because I'm living here in Spain. So do believe me, I've got family in France. I live in Spain. I can see the state of Europe. You know, what I don't understand is this run on sterling. There's nothing wrong with the UK economy. You know, it won't be encumbered by European rules that Europe don't do themselves. I think that's the case. I'm not political, don't care. But what I'm saying is, from the charts, sterling doesn't look well. Every time it gets up, you get somebody wanting to smash it down. I don't see why. It is a good currency. And not because it's my home, but it really is a good currency. You know, there's nothing wrong with it, I don't think, at all. So let's take a look at the weekly chart and see if you agree. So where are we trading at the moment on sterling? We're at 124.99. You know, we just can't get up. You've got this little towel thing of last week. You can see that the market closed above this line. It's done it 3, 4, 5 times now. You know, it's gone down, but it's come back up again. It's resilient. Yes, we had that flash crash. Okay, we did. Then we had another little one. Yes, we did. Okay, I had the low on my system of 1970. 1970. Now, obviously, you have to draw these lines in and whatever, but I don't see any value in selling sterling. I think against the euro, it actually should be doing quite well. We're down on the, and that's another thing I wanted to point out to you. You know, if you're trading outright euro against the dollar and you're trading outright sterling against the dollar, look at the euro sterling cross rate. Now, I can't see how any of you can take positions in such big markets and not look at the dollar index, of which the euro has more in it. It makes up the majority of the dollar index, and the euro sterling. Now, at the moment, euro sterling's at 89.74. Okay, we did go above 90. I'm hearing all sorts of parity things that would like kill the pensioners over here. So to save Europe, really, They have got to get their little act together and get that euro sterling rate lower. Now this can be done with the euro staying where it is and sterling going down, up, okay? We want euro sterling down. So the idea would be sell euros, buy sterling, but that doesn't necessarily follow. They could both go down, but we want the euro to go down faster than the sterling so that it lowers the euro sterling cross, okay? Just a little snippet I thought I'd put in there just because it's at quite critical levels. Okay, back to my real world. So we're looking at sterling. I think, yeah, these don't look well. I have to concur. But, you know, where can we go down to? We got I'd say it was a double bottom, because you can extend, especially these days with algos. So we've got a weekly low of 123.82, and that one over there is at 124.11. Okay, 40 points. When you're looking at where it's come from recently, 40 points is neither here nor there. Okay, so you're not too bothered about them. What you want to be bothered about is where to go in and buy it. So let's have a look at the daily chart. See, now the daily chart is looking much, much better. You've got this rejection of the low, okay? So on that day, when it made that low of 123.82, it closed higher. We saw a big rally on Thursday where it went up to 125.59. Friday, not so good, but look, it held that 23.6 fib, and that came in. Our low was 124.76. You can see that fib there, 124.76. So as I said many, many times, if you don't find fibs work for you, you're putting them on in the wrong place, because they do work. They really do. And they're not to be ignored, because you ignore them at your peril. I also do pivot point analysis, but obviously I'm running out of time now, because this video has dragged on and on and on. Okay, so I think there's nothing wrong with sterling. I think as long as we hold here, we can bounce up. Do I think we're going skyward? No, I don't. But I do think we've got a very good chance of getting at least up to the 61.8, which is 126.30. That would be my area. I think you've got a lot of resistance up there, but I still think that that's a good place to aim for. Okay, as long as that holds, we go higher. We're above that trend line. We are trading currently at 124.97, so all to play for on sterling today. So that's me, Carol Harmer. I hope you've enjoyed this extremely long video, but I had things to say, and I wanted to say them. Thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to seeing you in the week or at some stage next Monday. All right, have a great trading week, guys, and I wish you all the best.